3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular, Mystery Reading 1218. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work, and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. If you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome. And thank you very much for your support as well as your presence during this reading. I may have said in a recent reading that somebody might remember a reference to a childhood TV show or program. And this could be confirmation that this reading is meant for you. If you don't remember that, then and the idea of a childhood TV show resonates with you, this could be your reading. It could be a specific TV show, it could be the industry in general. But moving into interpreting 1218, there are two ones in this number. And for me, the number one is about having trust and faith in whatever way you feel called to, especially in yourself, what you're capable of, the universe, and what's possible for you. Have trust and faith in your ability to work with the universe to create or manifest something or someone in particular, or just a certain type of person. Or could it be a certain person or a certain group of people or a certain situation or process where it could be helpful for you to have more trust and faith as well. I'm seeing the number 234 in the timer, which is about trusting that everything happens for a reason. You're being called to have a little more trust and faith in forces outside of you for a reason, like time, other people, etc. Maybe there's a general need here to just have, I guess to look on the brighter side of things. Believe in your potential. And believe in the good in other people and in the world. Whatever is holding you back from seeing the world in a more clear, less dark way, I really encourage you to address whatever that is, to heal from whatever that is, because you deserve to see your potential and what's possible for you clearly. You really do. We all do. We all definitely do. Collectively, we have a lot of potential together. A lot of potential. But we can't tap into that collective potential until we learn how to tap into our own individual potential first. We can't tap into our collective unified power until we tap into our own power. Speaking of tapping into your power, the number 2 can be about your choices. Choosing wisely, not being reckless with your decisions, maybe a specific decision here, or just your decisions in general. Use your power to invest in people and things that genuinely mean the most to you, and to also protect yourself and love yourself as well. Be wise with the choice to love or hate yourself. because it's ultimately a choice between spreading more love or hate into the world around you. Because the kind of relationship you have with yourself does have an effect on the relationship that you have with other people and your environment. And it really impacts your ability to manifest and create. You deserve to create honestly and freely. The only way you're going to do that is by loving yourself in the way that you deserve and acknowledging your own power. The number 2 can also be confirmation of a significant relationship or situation that is on your mind right now, that this reading could be about. If there is someone or something that this reading is about that means a lot to you, that makes it even more important to choose wisely, make wise decisions moving forward, and really know when to put yourself first, your needs, your desires, your hopes, your dreams, your fears, any other feelings. Just generally know when to put yourself first and to choose yourself. The number is about loss and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. So maybe there is a current relationship or situation that you got to walk away from for your own highest good. Or this could be some loss that you experienced in the past. Or it could just be about your relationship with loss in general and just allowing yourself to trust that whatever sacrifices you make, who or whatever you let go, will pay off and be replaced with someone or something better. But if you are doubting, if you're struggling to have trust and faith in any losses that you experience and what they mean, maybe that could say something about what causes those losses, those sacrifices, and what you could do, to put it bluntly, to make better decisions. You know, and I'm not saying that everything you've ever lost is your fault. I'm not saying that anything at all that you've lost is your fault, but I do believe that we play a part in everything that happens to us. And it's okay to acknowledge that without blaming yourself. You know? What could you do? How could you use your power to either avoid loss that you don't deserve to experience, or to at least move on in a healthy way that allows you to eventually experience less loss, if that makes sense? When we're self-destructive, we can lose a lot, you know, and so when we're not, we're still going to experience loss in life, but not as often, in my opinion. I feel like there's so many reasons coming up for you to love yourself and to have a healthy relationship with yourself. When you add up these numbers, 1 plus 2 is 3, plus another 1 is 4, plus 8 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. And the number 3 for me is about self-expression, expressing yourself honestly and authentically, and always taking an opportunity to heal and grow so that you can expand into somebody that actually aligns with who you are and attract people and situations that align with who you are. If you want honest relationships, predictable situations, you're going to have to be more honest with yourself so you can see things more clearly. This brings me back to what I was talking about with focusing on the negative. I feel like maybe someone here could be experiencing a self-fulfilling prophecy where you have negative feelings about some outcome or potential, and because of those negative feelings it leads to that outcome or negative potential because, you know, the kind of decisions that you make that lead to it when you're in that state of mind. So there could be a specific reason here for somebody to really Look at what there is to gain rather than what there is to lose. Even in the idea of loss itself, what could you gain from loss? One thing that I definitely think we can gain from loss is wisdom and awareness and having a deeper understanding of the spiritual nature of who we are and what this reality is. You know, just some really deep things. I personally love feeling deeply, thinking deeply. And I think loss allows us to do that, even though it's painful. I sometimes say in readings that whenever we experience loss and it feels like a personal attack from the universe or some sort of punishment, and we ask ourselves, why me? I believe we're meant to ask why. We're meant to look for a reason. And not just one made up willy-nilly, but maybe one that you feel intuitively or that the universe reveals to you, or just a reason that you don't have to know, but you can just have trust and faith in. And I'm seeing 111 on the timer, encouragement there, strong confirmation to just have trust and faith in what you don't know. Way to put that. And I really encourage you to only take it if it resonates. I also want to mention that the book of Numbers in the Bible might be significant for you if you're interested in that. I don't know if you noticed, but numbers are definitely a big thing on this channel for me, and maybe they could be for you too, the universe communicating with you through numbers. I am seeing in particular the number 444 for, well, just 3 4s, but for a specific person who has a platform, and this number means a lot to you. 444. For me, the number 4 is about stability in your ancestors, and I personally believe that our ancestors have been trying to connect with us for hundreds of thousands of years, just as a wild guess, to encourage us to focus more on what really matters, which I believe is love for ourselves and for each other. Our peace, our individual peace, and how we can contribute to the peace of others. Is there something, some loss, that you need to allow yourself to find closure with, to find peace with? If so, I really encourage you. This is definitely your sign to take this opportunity to heal and grow. Overall, this number 1218 has encouraged you to have trust and faith and to be wise with your decisions while navigating a certain relationship or situation. And trust that whatever losses or sacrifices you experience in life really mean something. Allow yourself to see that meaning. That meaning that your ancestors seem to want you to see. Your past loved ones, whether you knew them in this life or not. You know? I think at the end of the day, we're all kind of just cut from the same cloth when it comes to our souls. Obviously, we have our differences, but I think everything has a framework. You know? Kind of like how we all experience the same range of emotions, but we have different experiences attached to them. Express yourself in whatever way you feel called to, in the same way that you feel called to have trust and faith in whatever way you feel called to, and if needed, take this opportunity to heal and grow, not only because you deserve peace, but you also deserve to better understand your own soul and the spiritual nature of this universe. So you can clearly see that there are a bunch of cards laid out on the table here in front of you. And I'm just going to draw one of these to finish up this reading for you. And I feel called to take a card from over here. This one? Yeah. This one is in reverse. Oh, there's two cards here. Still want to take the one that says messages on it. And when I flip it over, wow. I'm drowning in negativity. This is the Sun card in reverse. Upright, it says I feel enthusiastic, inspired, and rejuvenated. This is also a major arcana card, and I'm seeing the number 555 on the timer, which is about change and transformation. It's very clear here that you are being heavily encouraged to change your perspective, to focus less on the negative and what can inspire you, excite you, rejuvenate you. It really does feel like you need more light in your life. And it first starts with tapping into the light that already exists or has the potential to exist within you. The Sun card has the number 19 on it, I believe. And let me think. Yeah. Number 19, 1 plus 9 is 10. And there are a couple messages with the number 10 for me, which one of them is about acknowledging the presence of your spirit guides, and another one is them specifically encouraging you to have trust and faith. And I just saw 654 on the timer, encouraging you to trust that everything happens for a reason. It really just feels like your spirit guides are asking you to stop worrying so much or focusing so much on things that are not within your control. And just focus on playing your own individual part without making yourself feel like you have to fix everything. The only thing, if you want to put it this way, the only thing that you should be focused on fixing is yourself. Healing yourself. And you can help others heal. But I believe that you can't help others if you can't help yourself. And you should always put yourself first before anyone else. And it's very, very clear here that someone here is drowning or feeling like they're drowning in negativity. There's a lot of darkness. Maybe there's some uncertainty, and it's really important for you to listen to your intuition and your instincts and to trust them. I'm really feeling connected to the Moon card and the High Priestess, which are also both major arcana cards. So I do want to acknowledge for you whatever you're going through or dealing with, or have went through or dealt with. Not easy. Not easy to experience, to cope with, or to heal from. And it's okay to acknowledge that. In fact, I think it's helpful to acknowledge that, because then you give yourself permission to give yourself more grace and patience and understanding. Focus less on the destination and more on the journey. And it can be very hard to do that. As somebody myself who has been focused on potential my entire life, it can be hard. That's for sure. But in those hard moments is when you need yourself the most. And right now I encourage you to show up for yourself in this hard moment. And love yourself, comfort yourself in the way that you deserve while you are navigating and trying to overcome whatever this darkness, this pain, this uncertainty is. Overall, this reading feels like it's heavily encouraged you to just have trust and faith, which really may be easier said than done, but I believe that you can find it. Trust and faith in yourself and the universe, and maybe another person or situation if that feels right for you. But in a specific relationship or situation, or just in general, be wise with your decisions. Don't be reckless or careless or impulsive if you don't have to be. There could definitely be something here about loss, especially with this I'm drowning in negativity here. And I encourage you to have trust and faith in the idea that if you allow yourself to move on in a healthy, supportive, and nurturing way, that it will pay off. And, you know, there really is more to come in the future, and whether it's good or bad totally depends on how you choose to move forward, how you choose to handle your own pain, how you choose to express it. Speaking of expressing it, I also encourage you to find a healthy way to express yourself to another person, journaling, meditation, art, whatever feels right for you to really help you heal and understand yourself so you can grow and evolve and live a life that is more honest and true to who you are and what you really actually deserve. And what you deserve is to not be drowning in negativity. I just saw 111, again, encouraging you to have trust and faith. The universe doesn't believe that you deserve to be drowning in negativity, or at least your spirit guides. You know, is the universe sentient? And I just saw 123. Trust that everything happens for a reason. You went through what you did for a reason, and this darkness really has something to teach you. But you first need to learn how to turn that darkness into light.